Hello. I'm doing a video because my partner says I'm absolutely ridiculous and um, crazy for having a facelift on Monday. So I'm 2 days before, so it's Saturday today. Facelift is due on Monday. I'm having a deep plane facelift, neck lift, fat grafting, and what's it called? Submandibular gland removal or reduction. These things here. So um, I'm 46 years old. I turned 46 this year. And I've noticed that, as you age, naturally things start to sag, which is happening quite a lot for me. Well, I know it happens naturally for everybody, but I just don't feel comfortable with it. I have Botox and filler anyway, and skin boosters and all the other stuff. But I just feel that I've got to a point now where the fillers and the Botox and all the other bits is just not really doing it for me. So I've been saving up for a while to afford a deep plane facelift, which is bloody expensive, by the way. But I think I found myself a really good surgeon in the UK based in Leeds. That is before and afters are fabulous. So I'm hoping that I will have a great before and after to show. But yeah, I should be able to, and I know I'm doing this to make it look worse, but I should be able to get back a nice and defined neck and jawline, or snatched jawline, as they say, lifting up all this area, um, and hopefully a little bit here as well, if you will, just lift those little bits, because I actually had a blepharoplasty, upper and lower blepharoplasty. It was about, I think it was about 8 years ago now. I'll have to try and put in a before and after of that, because I had like terrible bulging fat pads across the tops of my eyes and quite bad bags underneath as well. So that was a procedure that I had. Like I say, it must have been about 7 years ago. It might even be 10 years ago. Who knows? So, but what's happened with that is, as I've aged, I've got these creases like dog ears, overlapping bits on the sides. So I'm actually hoping it'll just lift this little bit here to get rid of those. So I know I'm expecting a lot. I also said as well, and I don't know whether it's cheeky because it's actually a different procedure, it's another procedure. But I said that I wasn't too happy with this bit, because even though you pull the skin back, it still looks quite chunky, these bits. So I was like, oh, what could you do about those? And he said, well, I can check for, is it buccal fat pads or buccal fat pads? And he said, whilst I'm in there, I can fish them out. And I was like, oh, yeah, that'd be great. He hasn't said there's an additional cost to that, so I'm hoping retrospectively I'm not going to be whacked with the bill. But yeah, that should help to thin my face, because I do look like I'm sometimes storing food for winter. Um, I have great cheeks. We have the knee cheeks in our family, so they're great cheeks, but they've just kind of dropped a little bit. So the deep plane facelift, my understanding is that it should lift all like the muscle and ligaments and all of that. So it's not just a case of moving the skin; it's lifting it all back up. And as a result of that, you're apparently going to heal quicker, and the recovery is quicker. You get less numbness, and it should last about 10 to 15 years. So he said, I was a bit concerned, because you obviously see some people have surgery and they're like, oh my God, what have you done? I'm not, I shouldn't say about Katie Price. And I was like, I don't want to look like Katie Price. I don't want to look like I've been in a wind tunnel, and I don't want to look like pancake face. So those are the instructions that I've given to the surgeon, in the hope that I won't have any of that. So yes, Monday morning, I'm terrified. I'm literally physically shaking at the thought of having it done, and keep questioning myself as well. Why am I doing it? But it's one of them, isn't it? I do it now, or do it when I'm 50. Well, at least if I do it now, or when I'm, instead of 50 or 55 or a little bit older in life, at least I get to enjoy it for longer. And hopefully then by the time I hit 60, and if I hit 60 and it gives me that extra 10 to 15 years, I might look like I do now when I'm 60, and I'll be more than happy with that. And I don't think at the age of 60, because I'm also a diabetic. So I'm a type 1 diabetic on insulin pump therapy. And you have to be quite well to have surgery. Your levels have to be well controlled. And as you get older with diabetes, it's not as easy to control your sugar levels. Um, so I'm doing it now because I honestly don't think I'll be able to have it done later in life. They might say I'm not well enough. So yeah, I'm going to have it done and hope for the best and hope that I don't come away with any nerve damage. And I hate saying this because when you put something out there, you don't want it to happen. Obviously, putting something out into the universe, I don't know if you think about that, but that's one of my biggest fears. Two fears. One is that I won't look like I've had anything done. And the second fear is that I'll have nerve damage, because you can get nerve damage and you might then look like you've had a stroke and have some drooping around your face, which is obviously not something that I want to happen. So yeah, those are the risks. I understand the risks, I'm accepting the risks, and I'm still going to have it done regardless. And I'll just have to see what happens. But I thought it'd be good to do a video to show before and afterwards, talk about how actual terrified I am, and then be able to show an after and hopefully look a lot better than I do now. Also, just to throw it in the mix, the reason why I'm having it done now, and I'm actually only 3.5 weeks after I had the consultation, which sounds like a very short period of time. I did wait 2 months, or was it nearly 3 months? It was either 2 or 3 months for the actual consultation. But yeah, I had the consultation and I explained to the doctor that we're actually emigrating. So we're emigrating in 10 weeks now. We fly to Australia. And we've managed to get temporary visas, 4-year temporary work visas under employer sponsorship, which is brilliant. But obviously the surgery needs to be done quite quickly, because then you need recovery time before you go on a long haul flight. So depending on how the surgery goes, I'll probably do some videos about that Australia experience of trying to get our visas, trying to find a sponsor, and yeah, there's so much involved in that and so much going on in our lives at the moment. It's probably not a good time to actually have a facelift considering what's going on, but I'm kind of like, if I don't do it now, I'm definitely not going to be doing it in Australia. So yeah, let's just get it done. Right, sorry for waffling on. See you soon.